Darren touched my cheek gently, and suddenly I felt hot tears rolling down my face.
I get it, Julia. My dad left when I was really young, and it's not easy dealing with something like that. I promise you, I'll keep your dad safe.
You really mean it? Darren nodded and pulled me into a hug, and it felt amazing. He dropped me home, and that night, I slept with Darren in mind. The next morning, Darren called me up and told me that he was chasing some lead and would meet his uncle at a golf event to tell him everything. I wanted to talk to Dad one last time before Darren exposed Mom, but he wasn't around. That's when I noticed an invite to the same golf event on Dad's table. I quickly took a cab and reached the venue. The place was huge, and I was running out of time, and that's when I spotted an old lady climbing onto a golf cart. "Excuse me, ma'am. I'm really sorry for what I'm about to do, but it's an emergency." With that, I shoved the lady aside, slid inside the cart, and zoomed off, despite her screams and protests. Please ignore my driving skills here. I'm actually a very safe driver. You can ask my friends. They say I drive like a grandma, and that's a compliment. Anyway, after crushing a bunch of feet and getting chased by a mad golfer, I finally spotted Dad and Mom in a corner talking to Mr. Sharman. Dad pulled out some papers, and Mr. Sharman was about to sign them when I got out of the cart, lunged at him, snatched the pen, and threw it away. "Julia, what are you doing?" "Sorry, where are my manners? I apologize for the outburst, Mr. Sharman, but your girlfriend, and unfortunately, my mother, has been stealing from you. And now she wants you to sign over money for Dad's business so she can steal that too and leave forever." "What is this rubbish? Darling, don't believe her. She's lying." "Oh, no, she's not." I turned around and saw Darren walk in with all the evidence we'd collected and some papers. He told everyone how Mom was actually a con woman who'd been running around conning millionaires the last couple of years, and her latest target was Mr. Sharman. "I always had my doubts about you, but I had no proof. But then, you booked this one-way flight leaving for Ibiza tonight, and I chased that transaction to find out about the secret account where you've been stashing away my uncle's money." "Wait, you were gonna leave for Ibiza without me? You just bought one ticket?" Julia was right. You were gonna take the money and just leave me. "I tried to warn you, Dad, but why did you come back, Mom? You could have conned anyone. Why Dad?" Suddenly, Mom looked like a raging madwoman. "Because he was such an easy target. Your dad needed money, and I wanted an exit from this miserable relationship with his old hag Sharman. So I decided to use him to get the money and leave the country. I would have been successful if you hadn't butt in, Julia. Seriously, why do you hate me so much?" "I don't hate you, Mom. I feel sorry for you because you're doomed to stay alone. Have fun in jail." Mom got arrested that day, and I never saw her again. Darren convinced Mr. Sharman to not press charges against Dad, and it took some pleading, but thankfully he agreed. Dad and I were on our way out when suddenly I heard Darren calling my name. Dad left to wait in the car as Darren caught up with me. "I just wanted to say thank you. That can't have been easy for you, watching your mom being taken away." "Honestly, it wasn't that hard, and thank you for not sending Dad to jail." "Actually, I wanted to tell you that I like you, Julia. I kinda have from the first moment we met. Do you think you could go out for a movie and dinner with me as my date?" "So I can be another trophy in your Playboy Hall of Fame?" I politely decline. "Will you listen for a minute? All those girls you saw me with are blind dates my mom set up. She's dying for me to find a girl I can settle down with. I clearly don't like her choices because I've had eyes for you only." "Oh, well, that's flattering, but you'll have to woo me and treat me like a lady and work your way to my heart." Darren's still trying his best to impress me, and I'm almost in love with him. Okay, fine, I am in love with him. We're getting engaged soon, and all of you are invited to the party.